How's everyone doing? This is Monday, March 11th on the Arana Nation. This is Michael Arana. Boy, what a few couple of weeks it has been for Justin the Tackhead and Mackdaddy Trudeau. I mean, he has been exposed as a Mac Daddy, literally a Mac Daddy, um, trying to protect a company which has been accused of providing prostitutes for Muammar Gaddafi's son. So now he has been literally uh, exposed as a Mac Daddy, something I've been calling him for years now, and now people are just beginning to see this. And not only that, but now you've got many different women, not just Jody Wilson-Raybould, but you've got other women who are now abandoning him. So it's almost like the prostitutes are abandoning the pimp. I mean, he is losing everything which he has held so dear. And not only that, but now we see how he gets very, very hostile and angry and defensive with women who do challenge him. And the latest victim to this is a Whitby member of parliament, Celina Caesar-Chavannes. And this is a woman whom Arana Nation has criticized in the past. She is somebody who has made very foolish statements about race and many different things. She's a black woman. And but I'm going to tell you right now, the experience that she has just been through with Justin the Tackhead and Mackdaddy Trudeau, son of Satan, Zionist servant of Zion, Justin Tackett Mackdaddy Trudeau. The experience she has just been through has made me forget about all of her past sins. Forget about the comments on white boy, shut up, Maxime Bernier, you white boy. Forget about braids and all that. Forget about her voting record. Forget about all that. All of that. There are certain times when people go through things or they do certain deeds, and in her case, exposing Justin the Tackhead Mac Daddy, son of Satan, quasi Zionist Trudeau, as a fake feminist. For her doing that, that absolves her of all her past sins. And this comes from the Globe and Mail. Liberal MP Celina Caesar-Chavannes, or Chavannes, or whatever, says she was met with hostility and anger in private Trudeau talks. Liberal MP says she was met with hostility from Justin Trudeau when she told him she was leaving politics, promoting her to speak out about the Prime Minister's behavior. She sent out a tweet earlier this week after well, I'm not gonna call him Mr. Trudeau. You must be. After Justin the Tackhead and Mac Daddy, son of Satan, quasi-Zionist Trudeau, spoke about his leadership style during a news conference to address allegations of political interference between his office and a former Attorney General, Jody Wilson-Raybould, on SNC-Lavalin. Quote, I did come to you recently twice. Remember your reactions, wrote Miss Caesar-Chavannes. You who worked closely with Justin the Tackhead Mackdaddy Trudeau, son of Satan, quasi-Zionist Trudeau, as his parliamentary secretary from December 2015 to January 2017. Speaking for the first time in an interview with the Globe and Mail about what she meant by her post, Miss Caesar-Chavannes outlined a series of interactions with Justin the Tackhead Mackdaddy Trudeau, son of Satan, quasi-Zionist Trudeau, in recent weeks, including one witnessed by members of the House that she says left her feeling unsupported. She turned to social media after Justin the Tackhead Mackdaddy Trudeau, son of Satan, quasi-Zionist Trudeau, stated that real leadership is about listening, showing compassion, and fostering an environment in which caucus is comfortable. Coming to him with concerns, Miss Caesar-Chavannes, who has reportedly offered public support for Miss Wilson-Raybould, said she felt he did not show those qualities in their personal discussions in recent weeks. In response to detailed questions from the Globe, Matt Pascuzzo, a spokesman for the Prime Minister's office, said the Prime Minister has deep respect for whatever. For Caesar-Chavannes. There's no question the conversations in Friday were emotional, but there was absolutely no hostility. As the Prime Minister said yesterday, he's committed to fostering. Okay, yada yada yada. Miss Caesar-Chavannes' version events was publicly backed by her husband Vidal in a public social media post. Quote: Celina did not get to where she is because okay, all that stuff. She is both to where she is because she is not strategic or brilliant. She is both. She never will need the PM or the PMO or me or anyone else to validate her version of the story or understand that emotional or yelling can be interpreted differently. She is fearless, he wrote. Okay, so this article really doesn't explain in detail what happened, but basically she spoke with him. He started yelling at her that you don't appreciate me and this and that, and this is what she is claiming, that you don't appreciate me. The Globe, I mean, they're talking in circles. They didn't mention that. That's what Celina or Caesar-Chavannes is alleging, that she was speaking to Justin Tackey and Mackdaddy Trudeau, saying that she's not going to run again in the next election, and the Mackdaddy started yelling that you don't appreciate me. I can't take another woman of color to be leaving again after all I've done for you. How could you do this to me? Which is basically, and this is coming from a black person, this is what I'm hearing Justin the Tackey and Mackdaddy Trudeau saying to Caesar. Celina, why you have been my porch monkey for so long. After all I have done for you, I am your Mr. Charlie. I have made you the porch monkey of this caucus. You have been my porch monkey. You have been my Uncle Tom. You've been my Aunt Jemima, and now you're just gonna leave me like this? You're just gonna leave me like this after everything I have done for you? I took you up off the liberal plantation. I washed you off. I put breeches on you. I put a white cloth over you and made you my porch monkey. And I made Jody Wilson-Raybould my native porch monkey. And y'all are just going to abandon me like this? You were my token into the black community. Jody was my token in the native community. And y'all are just going to abandon me like this. You're just going to abandon Uncle Charlie, Mr. Charlie. You're just going to abandon Mr. Charlie like this? That's what I'm hearing. So I say to Celina, are you crazy, girl? You actually going to take that lip from that Mackdaddy? Do not take that lip from that Mackdaddy. He's talking about he's getting angry at you. Listen, Celina, we have differences. You know we have me and you, we have our differences. But there's nothing, what is not in dispute is that you are a very strong, successful, smart, highly accomplished, and superior woman and human being. Are you going to tell me that you're going to take that lip from that no-good, low-life Mackdaddy? That Montreal slim pimp? I don't think so. You tell him, who does he think he is? I mean, let me tell you something. Give me a break. I mean, let me tell you. I'm surprised that Celina didn't knock him one. Talk about, who you think you talking to, boy? Who you think you talking to, you low-life Montreal slim pimp? I'm leaving. What you gonna do about you talking to me? I don't think so. You talking to me? What you give me attitude? You will not raise your voice at me. That's what I would have said to him. You low-life slim pimp coming out of, you come from the womb of a trashy Vancouver woman who laid up with some in-heap Montreal named Pierre Trudeau, and then you came out of the garbage truck's womb, and then you're going to come give me attitude? A highly accomplished woman? Shut your mouth, fool! That's what I would have said to him. So I say, yay and amen and boom shakalaka to Celina Caesar-Chavannes. You are a brave woman for finally releasing yourself from Mr. Charlie, Justin the tackey, a son of Satan, Mackdaddy, quasi Zionist Trudeau. You are no longer the porch monkey of that liberal plantation. And Jody Wilson-Raybould is also no longer a porch monkey off of that liberal plantation. And by the way, for those of you who don't know what a porch monkey is, the porch monkey was the top slave at during the slavery years when the liberal plantation owner, Mr. Charlie, would pick one of the slaves, and he would be basically the number two. He would be the top slave. So he would be one of the slaves who could stay in the house. He would be the one to stay on the porch and look and stand guard at all the slaves, making sure they behaving themselves. He would be the eyes and ears of Mr. Charlie. And that is what Jody and Celina were before they got some sense knocked into them and decided, hey, we're not going to take this anymore. We are no longer going to be your prostitutes anymore, you you Montreal slim pimp, you. We're no longer going to be on this liberal plantation anymore, and we're no longer going to allow you to be the token of our community, our great community here, and we're not going to do this anymore. You are not going to. I mean, can you imagine? Justin actually wanted Jody to be Indian Affairs Minister. Can you imagine? That's a porch monkey if I ever saw one. She would be responsible for the white paper, which is one of the most oppressive things that the natives have ever seen. Can you imagine that? I mean, really, really. So I say yay and amen to these women. Yes, they're liberals. Yes, they voted on M103. Yes, Celina is probably a racist against white folk. But you know what? What she has just done in contributing to the downfall of Justin the Tackey and Mackdaddy, son of Satan, quasi Zionist Trudeau, absolves her of all sins. It does, in my opinion. This is the Arana Nation.